Hey, this is Vital Keith coming at you with another video. This is just going to be a recent finds video. I'm not going to talk at length about these records because I don't think I've ever owned any of them. I think I owned one of them as a kid. Yeah. Okay, but yeah. It's gonna be more like a show and tell. I went to Everybody's Records. You know, that's my local record joint I go to and hang out. And I made friends with the guys that work there, right? Well, they've been coming out with some new stuff to sell. Like, one of them is buttons. They've got a whole little box or whatever full of buttons of bands and stuff. And they came out with their own. This thing is so cool. This is how cool these guys are, okay? Check this out. Try to show you without the glare. Look at that. It says Everybody's Records, Cincinnati, Ohio, around the outside. And you can tell they're in the Kiss war paint. All four guys representing each Kiss member. And they've got it looks like a saw thing around in the circle. That reminds me of what is it? Rock and Roll Over, that Kiss album from 1976. I think they took that from Rock and Roll Over. And let's see if I can tell you who they are. I know that's Woody in the Gene Simmons face paint. That's the great Harry Lucci wearing the Paul Stanley face paint. And that's Michael in the Peter Criss face paint. And that's Metal Jason sporting the Ace Frehley face paint. I just think that is so cool. They were just giving these away for free, too. That's how cool these guys are, okay? You know, like I said, it's a button. I'm just going to, have this as a souvenir. I think that is so neat. Thank you, guys. Great idea. I also picked this up just on a whim. It's a magnet. I like it because, of course, it's Black Sabbath, but it's got the fallen angel guy, I guess. Is that what they call him? I think that looks really cool. So that's going to go up on my refrigerator. So I'll have some Black Sabbath in my kitchen. Alright, let's get on to the records. Okay, I got about 13 records today. So I've got a lot to show you. We're going to start off with 5 blues records. Okay, most of them are old vintage stuff, but the first one's a reissue. A newer reissue. And that is Son House. Delta Letter Blues is the name of the album. And like I said, it's a reissue. And these are his Alan Lomax recordings from 1941 and 42. So that goes back about, 84 years? I like Son House. I've got one other record of his. And I can't remember the name of it, but whatever. So this is my second Son House record. I like the other one, so I know I like this one. I love old blues. So, Son House. Next one we have B.B. King, Better Than Ever. The cover's not in the greatest shape. It's split on the spine, but the record's in nice shape. I checked that out. I'm going to show it to you because, we got all these cool labels back in the old days. This is on the Kent label. I always think these old labels on the records back in the old days are cool. Oops, upside down. Pretty sweet. Who doesn't like B.B. King? Right? And let's see, what's next? Got another B.B. King. My Kind of Blues. Same thing, it's split in the spine too. But the record is in, good shape. This is on United Superior Records. Based out of Los Angeles back in the day. There's that. Yeah, I like me some B.B. King, man. Good stuff. I've heard Catfish Blues before. You done lost your good thing now. Heck yeah. B.B. King. My Kind of Blues. That dude always looked so happy, didn't he? I don't know when these were released. I didn't look that up. Since it's a recent find, I just wanted to show you what I got, okay? That's a lot of research. And this is Muddy Waters, Mud in Your Ear. And some famous people play on this. In particular, Otis Spann, a piano player who played with Muddy Waters for a long time. Luther Johnson, George Mojo Buford, Francis Clay, and Sammy Langhorne. I guess that was his band. Yeah. There's the back. And this isn't new. It's just somebody left the plastic on. This is used. It looks pretty old. Looks like from the... It says on the back it was recorded September 1967. See that? Right under the track list. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing this. I love Muddy Waters. Alright. What we got next? Ooh. I've got a couple of these guys. Brownie and Sonny. Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry, to be exact. This was released on Everest Records. These guys were great. One of them played the harmonica, one played guitar. And they both sang. I've got at least one other record from them. And they're really good. I like them a lot. I might have two now that I think about it. So this is my third Sonny and Terry record. And the other ones are really good. So when I saw this, I thought, I got to get this. And that's all the blues I've got. Now we're on to some mostly 70s rock and stuff. We'll have to look. Okay, Journey. This is Infinity, I think. Yeah, this is Infinity. This is the one Journey album I didn't have from back in the day. I don't know if I have the first 3 or 4, whatever it was, before Steve Perry joined the band, when they didn't have a singer. They were just instrumental records, I think. But this is the last one I needed from this period, from when Steve Perry joined the band. I really like Journey from back then. This one has Wheel in the Sky on it. Feeling That Way. Lights. Patiently. Anytime. Yeah. I don't know why I haven't bought this record before. Got the lyrics. But Journey was great back in the late 70s. A lot like REO Speedwagon. Their newer stuff, not so much. But the 70s stuff, and into the early 80s. That's unlike REO. These guys were great. But yeah, late 70s Journey, man, fantastic. On Columbia Records. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this old Journey stuff from the 70s. Great stuff. Now moving on to some Southern rock. I got a couple of Outlaws albums to show you. I needed all three of these too. These were very inexpensive, like $4 to $5 a piece. Okay, this one is Outlaws Lady in Waiting. Pretty cool cover. I like that train on the cover. There's the back. There's the track list. And hey, it's a gatefold. All right, check this out. You know I like gatefolds. I would say every album ever made should be a gatefold. Have that extra artwork in here. I just think it's cool. Ladies in Waiting by the Outlaws. What else we get here? Another Outlaws album, In the Eye of the Storm. That's cool. Incidentally, the Outlaws have a live album that I have that came really close to making my top 10 live albums. It's that good. If I had to rank it, it'd be in the top 15 for sure. So it just missed the top 10. That's how good it is. And that's how good this band was. There's the back. These are all from the late 70s. These Outlaws albums I'm showing you. And this one's called Hurry Sundown. And again, it's not new, it's used. See? It's just some people just leave the plastic on records. I never do. I rip this shit off. I put them in these, I put them in these sleeves. Screw this plastic stuff people leave on. I think it looks tacky. And there's the back. I've heard Gunsmoke, that's the first track on here. That's a good track. I think I've heard Hurry Sundown before. I've always liked the Outlaws, man. Great Southern rock band. From the late 70s, early 80s. Here's an album I picked up because of a friend of mine did a video. He did a ranking of the Van Halen albums, okay? And I've always just stuck with the first four. Those have always been my favorite. And since his video, I've been thinking about it. It's like, I do like what I've always heard off Diver Down. So when I saw this today, a good, nice used copy of it, I picked it up. Yeah, this is a pretty cool album. The hits on it were like, the cover of Roy Orbison's Pretty Woman. I've always liked Dancing in the Street. Little Guitars was pretty cool. Hang 'em High. Of course, Where Have All the Good Times Gone? This is a pretty good album. I just favor the first four so much, That's just my preference. But this is a good album, too. Collection of covers, and they're all short songs, too, from what I remember. Produced by Ted Templeman. Van Halen, Diver Down from 1982, I believe. Yep. Now we get in, I bought 3 new releases. I guess they came out today. I know 2 of them did for sure. I'm not sure about this first one. It's brand new, though. Rhino's been doing a series called The Spirit of 76. And I didn't see this last week, so I think this came out today. And this is ZZ Top's Worldwide Texas Tour. Taking Texas to the people. This was, let's see, the hype sticker says, see right here. The hype sticker says, The Spirit of 76 and it's by Rhino. The hard-to-find promo sampler from the band's 1976 World Tour. Available in stores for the first time. So I'm thinking this is like probably live, I'm guessing. Since it's a sampler from a World Tour in 76. But I'm not sure if it's live. But do you remember that Kiss album they did on Record Store Day here, this past Record Store Day, I guess? This past April? And it was like a reissue of a promo sampler Kiss did for Destroyer back in 1976. It had a white cover and it had big font on it. Something about Kiss promo or whatever the hell it said. I think that's kind of what this is. It's like a promo sampler that's finally been reissued. That's apparently never been reissued before. So that's what this is. And I thought, man, I love me some old ZZ Top. I got to get this. I'm hoping it's live. Otherwise, it's like a greatest hits of the first 4 albums. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if it's live or not. I'm kind of hoping it is. It's got some great tracks on it. Waiting for the Bus, leading into Jesus Left Chicago. Or Jesus Just Left Chicago. Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers, Blue Jean Blues, Tush, Backdoor Love Affair, Nasty Dogs and Funky Kings, Brown Sugar. Man, I love that track. Just Got Paid, another great one. Heard It on the X, Precious and Grace, and of course, LaGrange. This sounds awesome. Well, sounds like it'll be awesome. I mean, I haven't even opened it. ZZ Top, baby. Dying to know if it's live or not. I guess I'll find out soon. And we got a punk rock record that was reissued today. I didn't have this, so I had to get it. From the Descendants. It's called All. This is their 1987 album. They're a great band. I've got their first 2 records. They're reissues also. And I've got another one that's like, I think it's a 2 LP record of their all their first singles. They released a bunch of singles before they recorded their first album. And I think those singles never made it on their albums at all. So, this is my 4th album of Descendants. So, I love the other 3, so I'm sure I'm going to like this one. What's the hype sticker say? Descendants, masters, reclaimed, and reissued. I guess they had bought their masters recently, I guess. That's why they're doing this reissue campaign they've done the last couple years. The album featuring Coolidge, Clean Sheets, and Camage. It's on cool blue color vinyl. Probably that color blue, I'm guessing. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I love me some Descendants. And for the final buy I did, Run DMC, Raising Hell. It was reissued today. This is the 40th anniversary of the historic Raising Hell, is what it says. With iconic tracks, Walk This Way and It's Tricky. Yeah, I like old rap stuff like this and in the 90s. This came out originally in 1986. And Walk This Way is like a mashup of them with Aerosmith doing that song. And that was hugely popular. And it was so popular, it resurrected Aerosmith. Saved their career. I mean, they weren't doing shit. And after this came out, and Walk This Way was all over the radio again, the new version of it, it just resurrected Aerosmith's career. So Aerosmith owes a lot to these guys for bringing them back from the dead. And I remember that video when it was on MTV. That's a cool video. Raising Hell from Run DMC. An absolute classic in the rap genre. And that's it. 13 albums I picked up today. Until next time.